it's Erica from Paint Pour Academy, and today I'm showing you how I turn leftover resin into keychains. Every single one of these started out as extra resin from a bigger project. I never pour down to the very last drop. There's always a little left in the cup. So instead of scraping it into the trash, I started pouring it into these tiny silicone molds. Resin skulls, my bloom coasters, trays, all kind of projects. Every one of them left me with a handful of these little guys. So here's what you actually need for this. A small drill bit. I'm using a 1/16 inch, a handful of jump rings, a pair of pliers, and a key ring. That's generally it. And just like any resin work, keep your basic safety habits in place. Eye protection, keep that dust contained, don't breathe it in. Now, the trick to drilling these is finding a spot that's thin enough for the bit to get through without a fight. On a koi, that's almost always the tail. See how thin it fans out right here. Once your hole is drilled, grab a jump ring. I always use 2 pair of pliers for this part, one to hold the ring steady and one to twist it open. I want to stress the twisting because if you just pull the ring apart, it warps and then it won't sit flush when you close it back up. A little twist, like opening a tiny gate. Slide that one ring right through your drilled hole. Twist it close, and now you've got a loop to work from. From here, I connect it to the key ring, sometimes directly, sometimes with a little length of chain if I want it to hang and move a little bit more. Either way works. It just depends on the piece. This piece has a thicker tail, so it's taking me a little bit more time to get through and a lighter touch. I'm not pushing the drill, I'm just letting the bit do the work and keeping my hand steady so it doesn't wander off that thin edge. Pieces like this are exactly why I say go slow when you're starting out. It's easy to want to rush it, but resin can crack on you if you push too hard in the wrong spot. Once you've done a few of these though, you really do find a rhythm. Once I'm warmed up, each piece takes me about 2 minutes, start to finish. Same process as before. Open the ring with the pliers, twist, don't pull. Slide it through the hole you just drilled. I really do this exact same motion every single time, no matter what piece I'm working on. It's honestly kind of soothing once you get going. And there we go. Close it up, chain attached, and onto the key ring. Look at that color against the silver hardware. Every time I finish one of these, I get a little more excited to see the whole set together. Now I'm moving on to one of the white pieces. Doesn't matter what color or shape you're working with, honestly, koi, cactus, whatever scrap you've got laying around, these steps don't change. Find your thin spot, drill straight through, keep the piece steady with your hand. This one's got a nice flat tail, so it's actually one of the easier drills in the bunch. Ring goes through the hole, twist it closed, and clip it onto the key ring. I keep all of my finished pieces off to the side as I go, so I can really start seeing the collection take shape. It's honestly one of my favorite parts of this whole process. The whole bunch laid out together, koi in every color I had left over, a few cactus charms, and even a little geode slice tucked in there. None of this would exist if I just scraped my extra resin into the trash. So, if you're pouring resin and you always end up with a little extra in the cup, save it. Grab a silicone mold, pour it in, and let it sit right alongside your other projects. It costs you nothing and turns it into something like this. And if you want more resin techniques like this one, little tricks that make the difference, that's exactly what you'll find inside the Academy membership. Come join us. I'd love to see what you make with your leftovers. Thank you for creating with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!